Let's continue our coverage now, because when it comes to the legalities of these raids, the lines between what's allowed and what's in question aren't always clear.
Yeah, and a lot of people have been asking about them. Well, tonight, your reporter covering Sacramento County, Madisen Keavy, is taking a closer look for us, putting this latest operation to the experts. Madison, what they say?
Well, Marley, Border Patrol says that this was a targeted operation, but Governor Gavin Newsom says these were illegal arrests. So we took the facts as we know them right now to our CBS legal analyst for answers. What federal agents can and cannot do all comes back to the Constitution.
Leave him alone! He's a U.S. citizen!
A chaotic scene in the parking lot of a Sacramento Home Depot. A targeted operation, according to Border Patrol.
That aggravated felon appears to have charges related to fentanyl trafficking.
While it's not clear who the intended target of this operation was, federal agencies have the power to enforce federal law, but it comes with constitutional and individual rights limits.
Border Patrol told Fox News they surveilled the location and they ran plates before today, and they've been calling it a targeted operation. Legally, are they able to do this?
So legally, they need to come forward with evidence about what gave rise to their reasonable suspicion. We know that they need more evidence than people are of a certain ethnicity, they're speaking a certain language, and they're at a certain place, like outside of a Home Depot. If they can show a judge, if they can prove, no, this was a targeted operation, and here are the specific things that gave us the reasonable suspicion, then that is enough.
Jessica Levinson is a clinical professor of law and our CBS News legal analyst.
In this case, we saw people take off running and agents went after them. What does the law say about that?
So it's really going to depend on specifically what happened on the ground. If there are people who weren't otherwise targeted and they decided to flee law enforcement officers, then the question becomes, is that enough for reasonable suspicion?
Levinson tells me we'll need more information to fully understand what led up to this.
He's a U.S. citizen!
The latest from the Border Patrol chief: this may very well not be the last operation in the region.
Whether it's here in Sacramento or nationwide, we're here and we're not going anywhere.
So in that conversation with our CBS News legal analyst, these cases from Southern California now to Sacramento, in them, no one is telling Border Patrol or ICE that they can't enforce federal law. She says it's how these agencies are enforcing it that's getting some of these questions.
So you mentioned Southern California, which has been the highlight so far, the focus. A judge temporarily blocked those raids. So does that translate to the raids that are happening in our neck of the woods as well?
That was one of my questions. That's a question that we saw. The answer is no, that judge's decision does not impact us here in Sacramento. But that legal analyst tells me that other judges that may take up similar cases may look at what happened in Southern California, how that judge ruled, and basically said that the Trump administration has to stop indiscriminately, targeting people in these types of immigration sweeps. They may look at that and see that as persuasive in their own decisions. So it doesn't impact us in that way, but it is something that will likely inform the rest of this conversation.
Right. It could have an impact with other legal fights when they do come up, because they will.
They will, exactly.
Unnerving uncertainty is what we're dealing with, I think, right?
That is it, yeah.
Madison, thank you.
We are getting a lot of reaction from different officials. Sacramento Mayor Kevin McCarty issuing this statement after today's raid, saying in part, quote, "There's a difference between deporting criminals and targeting people at Home Depot looking for work to feed their families. These raids are immoral and inhumane."
Just today, the U.S. Department of Justice, DOJ, announcing it's issued several requests to different sheriffs in California counties, asking for a list of the jail inmates who are not U.S. citizens, their alleged crimes or convictions, and scheduled release dates. The DOJ says they hope these requests help immigration authorities prioritize removals for who they say are illegal aliens who committed crimes after coming to the U.S. illegally. They also said they'll be using all available means to get this data, including court subpoenas. We're getting answers on what each sheriff office in our area received from the DOJ, and here's what we've heard so far.
That's a long list, so hear me out here. The counties in blue have not yet received the request. So those are San Joaquin, Stanislaus, Solano, Yuba, Placer, Sacramento, Amador, Sutter, Nevada, and Yolo counties. Now, we have not heard back yet from those few that are in yellow.